Hello everyone. Hope you are faring well in your online classes and doing well in your studies. Make sure you are doing. Right now we are having a talk. We are likely to have a talk on the chapter Monkey Trouble. We are going to discuss pre-reading task of the Monkey Trouble chapter. The chapter name is Monkey Trouble, written by Indian novelist and short story writer Ruskin Bond. Let's talk about some of the features that why someone or somebody likes to have a pet in his or her house. Anyone whosoever goes for having a pet looks for certain qualities in the pet, isn't it? That looks for certain qualities or certain features in the pet. Here you are given an activity simply for 2-3 minutes to practice. Please go through it carefully. When we think of animal or a bird, a particular quality comes to our mind. Pick up appropriate qualities from the box given and write them opposite the names of the animals, birds. Now in the box you do have the qualities. You have to match these qualities with the kind of birds being sighted over there. Let's talk about it. Dove, dove is gentle. Dog, dog is faithful. Fox, fox is cunning. Parrot, parrot is talkative. Monkey, monkey is mischievous. So we could relate these qualities with the kind of birds that we do cited over here. Now think for a while that why do you like to have a pet and which pet you do like to have. What are the reasons underlying that you choose a particular pet to have? Let's contemplate and write a few lines about this. Now next onwards we do have the interpretation of the story or the explanations. Please go through it very carefully. Grandfather brought Tutu from a street entertainer for the sum of 10 rupees. The man had 3 monkeys. Tutu was the smallest but the most mischievous. She was tied up most of the time. The little monkey looked so miserable with a collar and chain that grandfather decided it would be much happier in our home. Grandfather had a weakness for keeping unusual pets. It was the habit that I, at the age of 8 or 9, used to encourage. Now, what do you find out of this paragraph? That Tutu was bought from a street entertainer. That street entertainer can also be called juggler. So Tutu was bought from a juggler by grandfather, merely in 10 rupees. The monkey had the man had 3 monkeys. The street entertainer was having 3 monkeys and Tutu was the smallest of the three. Most of the times she was tied up and she appears to be very unhappy with the collar and chain that grandfather decided it would be much happier in his house or in his home. Grandfather had a weakness. He had a likelihood. Grandfather had developed a kind of likelihood or love for keeping unusual pets. He was fond of keeping unusual pets. He likes he liked keeping unusual pets, means abnormal, a strange or peculiar kind of pets. He was fond of having them. It was the habit that it was the habit of the narrator. It was the habit of whom? It was the habit of narrator that, and when he was at 8 or 9 years old, used to encourage. He, narrator, used to encourage his grandfather. The narrator was in the habit of encouraging his grandfather to have more and more unusual pets. Grandmother at first objected to having a monkey in the house. First of all, grandmother objected to have a monkey in the house, and she asserted, "You have enough pets as it is," she said, referring to grandfather's goat, several white mice, and a small tortoise. She said that you already have so many unusual pets, so why you are going for the another pet? Why you are looking for going for keeping another pet, a monkey? And she referred number of unusual pets that grandfather was having. That is, her husband was having, and she referred goats, several white mice, and a small tortoise. Then it was the narrator who interfered and said, "But I don't have any." He said that grandfather is having many pets, grandfather is having so many unusual pets, it is his likelihood, it is his preference, but I myself don't have any unusual pet, or I don't have any pet. That is, he wanted to support his grandfather, and he wanted to encourage his grandfather by saying that he personally wants to have that monkey as their pet. So grandmother further said that you are wicked enough for two monkeys. Grandfather was a bit unwired, and she said that you are wicked enough for two monkeys. One boy in the house is all I can take. She added that she could have only one boy, and the narrator is enough over here as a boy, and she is not able to bear or tolerate any more boy in the house. Then, "Ah, but Tutti isn't a boy," said grandfather triumphantly. Then grandfather, with happiness, with excitement, with thrill, reminded of something, and he added that Tutu wasn't a boy. He said that Tutu wasn't a boy, but it was a little girl monkey. Grandmother Gavin means she agreed. She had always wanted a little girl in the house. She always preferred to have a little girl in the house. She believed girls were less troublesome than boys. She further had a belief that girls are less troublesome than boys. That is, girls are less problem creating than boys. That is, they are less problematic than boys. Tutu was to prove her wrong, and Tutu was of the intuition to prove the belief of grandmother wrong. Tutu was a pretty little monkey. Pretty means lovely. Her bright eyes sparkled with mischief beneath deep set eyebrows. The eyes of the Tutu were sparkling, and they were set beneath deep set eyebrows, and her teeth, which were pearly white. Further, it is said about the qualities or the characteristics of the monkey, that is the Tutu, that her teeth were pearly white, were often revealed in a green, which were revealed, that is reflected, that is being noticed during a green, that is during a laughing, or that is opening one's mouth widely. So this when when the teeth of Toto were revealed during her greens, that used to frighten the wits out of Aunt Ruby. Means Aunt Ruby used to be scared. She was scared, or she feels a bit afraid of the kind of teeth being shown or revealed by Tutu, because she she used to get nervous when observes the teeth of Tutu. She starts fearing, and Aunt Ruby was such a kind of lady whose nerves, that is, whose conscience had already suffered from the presence of grandfather Pete's python in the house of Lucknow. She had already been suffered a kind of scary conditions while she encountered grandfather's pet, one of the pet python that is in Hindi Ajgar, in the house of Lucknow. But this was Dehra. But what was it over here? It was Dehradun. It was Dehra. It was my grandfather's house. So it is the narrator's feeling that it is Dehra, not the Lucknow. It is Dehra, and it is the narrator's grandparents' house, and aunts and uncles had to put up with our pets. And he believed that the house belongs to grandfather and grandma, so aunts and uncles have only to adjust and simply agree with what grandmother and grandfather likes, because the home belongs to grandfather and grandmother, not uncle and aunt. One day Aunt Ruby looks us all by surprise. She announced that she had become engaged. One day Aunt Ruby took all everyone was taken aback by the kind of declaration by Aunt Ruby. Aunt Ruby made a kind of announcement that she is going to be married. She announced that she had become engaged, and she further added that she has already engaged. Means have some nuptial bonding or kind of engagement with someone. We had always thought that Aunt Ruby would never marry. She had often said herself, but it appeared that the right man had now come along in the person of Rocky Fernandez, a school teacher from Goa. What was popularly known among the family members, among the relatives of Rocky, of Aunt Ruby, that she was not of the mind to get married. So narrator adds over here that he and others in family others in family always thought that Aunt Ruby would never marry. She was not going to marry. It was believed by, or it was thought or assumed by rest of the family members, because she she had often said herself, she herself had said many a times that she was not going to marry. But in the change scenario, it appears to the narrator as well as rest of the family members that maybe the right man had now come along in the person of Rocky Fernandez, a school teacher from Goa. So what a kind of person Rocky was? Rocky was a tall, firm-jawed, good-natured man who visited the house quite often and brought me chocolates and cashew nuts. The narrator was very happy having found, having got many a times chocolates and cashew nuts by Rocky Fernandez, who used to come every now and then or so frequently at home. It appeared to the narrator that Rocky had an unlimited supply of chocolates and cashew nuts. He always taught, narrator further adds that Rocky used to teach him several marching songs. Rocky used to teach the narrator, that is the young Ruskin, several marching songs. So approves narrator approves of Rocky. So narrator, that is the young Ruskin, was very happy with Rocky because he was supplying him cashew nuts, sweets, and chocolates, and many more things. So he liked Rocky. Narrator liked Rocky. Aunt Ruby on my admiration for having made such a wise choice. And I admired Aunt Ruby. I added to the admiration of Aunt Ruby that she had a right choice by having chosen Rocky, such a wise choice. He expressed his opinion that it was a very wonderful wise choice by Aunt Ruby. One day I overheard them talking of going to the bazaar to buy an engagement ring. I decided I would go along too, but as Aunt Ruby had made it clear that she did